Hi, I'm Erik Kaul. I did an inspection today. Here are my findings. You might want to tighten this kitchen faucet because it's just a little loose. Not bad. Otherwise, I've tested all the appliances and everything works. I will say that when I got here, the refrigerator was off. So let's walk over here. And when you're ready to move in, just go ahead and hit the power button. And then you'll have the opportunity to control this the way you want to and determine how cold you want it to be. Because it was off, I was unable to test your ice tester or your ice maker. Okay. I just want to point out briefly that it's not unusual to see some shrinkage cracks or settlement cracks like this one in your kitchen. The diagonal nature may indicate a little stress, but there's always a little movement going on, geologically speaking, and it's not unusual. You can watch it and see if it gets any bigger during the life of the time you live here, but it's not likely to change. Moving to the front of the living room. We've got a little bit of a powdery material right here, which looks a lot like what we call efflorescence, when moisture somehow gets into concrete, finds its way back out, and leaves behind a mineral deposit like salt, which may indicate a little moisture gets in here somewhere around the window. Or because it's a metal window, it might have some condensation that somehow evokes the same response. If it's me, I think I would just brush it off and clean it and monitor it and watch it during rains. We had some pretty significant rains this week, and I don't see a moisture stain here or evidence of a lot of new moisture coming through. So I don't look at that as an issue, but I'd still like you to monitor it while you live here and be sure that the windows are well sealed. They appear to be well sealed from this side. Okay, moving to this guest bedroom. Right now, I cannot get your fans to work. It's just operated by a switch right here, which works fine in the master, but for some reason here it's not working. Also, all your windows in the living room and guest bedroom have automatic shades. I've at least at one time have been able to lower them and raise them and lower them, but they've been not responding completely while I'm here with John, and it's sort of intermittent, and I don't know if the batteries are dying, but you might ask the listing agent to be sure those work completely before you move in. There's a recessed light out in your guest bedroom closet, and when I arrived here, one of the lights was out and one was working. I attempted to change the bulb, but unfortunately I dropped it and I broke the bulb, so I didn't get to determine if both of these are working at this time. In my report, I'm going to indicate that they were out when I got here, and I'm not sure as to the status of their functionality. In lieu of the fans not working, a little concerned about the functionality of the sconce lights. We're going to head to the laundry room. I won't go into the study or the guest bathroom because everything was fine there. By the way, up here is where your heat pump is located, which gives you both heat and cooling, which I tried both, and the unit heated up adequately and cooled down adequately. When you open it here, you unscrew these two caps and you'll find your filter is there, and they've taped it with aluminum duct tape, so it's got a really nice seal. You'll have to cut away the duct tape in order to change your filter. FYI, when I opened this, a layer of powder rained upon me. I don't know if that was from during a construction phase. The guys have a tendency to leave behind some debris when they do their work. Maybe someone just hadn't opened that in a while. That's why there's some floury substance on the floor right now that should vacuum up no problem. Stepping into the laundry room. Just want to let you know this is where your electrical sub-panel is located. Everything is really nicely labeled. I removed this panel, I put it back on just to be sure everything was A-okay, which it was. There was no non-conforming aspects inside the panel. Everything, again, it's labeled right there. These are called arc fault interrupters. You can test these by pushing them and then go back and forward. These are designed to protect rooms with curtains that might catch on fire because the lamp has a faulty plug. That would that would cut off the power at the plug so that the curtain would not continue to burn. And that is how you test your arc fault interrupters. You might want to put a catch pan behind your washing machine, or I should say underneath, in the event this ever flooded. Granted, we're in a concrete building, which is good, but you do have some nice wood floors, and I'd hate to see this ever leak onto your wood floors and warp them. And some would say they would rather see you have a braided metal supply hose instead of a rubber supply hose, which we know rubber cracks over time and gets worn and can leak. I'll leave that up to you if you'd like to sub out braided metal for rubber. Let's head into the master. If I turn on the fan, it's pretty noisy, just so you know. I'm going to have John keep it on the fan. I'm going to lower the level of the fan. And there's still a bit of a rattle. Just wanted you to know, it's pretty subtle at this time. You might be able to fall asleep to that. But some people are sensitive to those things, so I thought I'd mention it. All the windows and doors in the unit have worked fine. Stepping into the master bathroom. Just to mention, I have one pendant light out. Really good hot water temperature and really good water pressure throughout. I can run multiple fixtures at the same time, flush toilets, etc. Water pressure does not change at all. Therefore, and the drains work well. So we seem to be fine with all of our plumbing. There's one recessed light out in your master dressing room closet, right there. But otherwise, everything looks really clean in here. Nice spacious dressing room. No marks, cracks, or moisture stains on the walls anywhere that I can find. And actually, in the living room, there is a baseboard that's just a little loose. We can come look at that real quick. Right here, it's just a small little space. I think if someone could tighten that up or at least caulk it so that you don't see the gap. It's gonna be a little hard to tighten it up at this point. That feels like concrete. So you could try to get a contractor to glue that or add caulking, but it's a pretty small detail you may not notice, but I wanted to point it out to you. Okay, that's pretty much all I have for your unit. It's otherwise a beautiful, fairly clean unit, and that concludes my inspection.